on the topic of the World Cup, it's been a bit of a disaster so far, as has been anticipated for many years with just the stadium where, or not the stadium, the stadiums all had to be built. The country where this was being hosted,
How can
having,
we be mad at Qatar for being such big job creators?
you're right.
They're just creating
I
jobs.
know. I don't know why I hate small businesses. But I mean, like we could have seen this coming.
Small aristocracies.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's totally fine to critique Saudi Arabia, but I gotta
Yeah, take it
support the.
easy.
I got.
It's a
I gotta
developing country. It's doing its best.
doing its best as hundreds of migrant workers die in the process of trying to make these facilities.
That will
And
probably not will probably most likely not be used after
ever
this is
again.
over.
Talk about like a lack of sustainability on many different levels, including just like the resources that it took to build these facilities that will never be used again. The fact that this is taking place in one of the hottest countries on the planet, and thus housing people requires a significant amount of like energy to make sure people are comfortable coming from different countries. But that's not really even happening. We have a TikTok here from somebody who is staying in one of the fan villages, and like the accommodations are, it's not Fire Festival level with the mattresses being wet, but it's not far off. And at least when you're comparing it to the Fire Festival, the mattresses are not wet. People were not sold on this being a luxury experience. And so that's kind of where the differences end. So this is just a fan who is staying in one of the World Cup fan camps, taking you on a tour of where some of these fans are staying.
Come with us as we stay the night in one of the World Cup fan camps in Qatar. So one of these tents is £175 per night. It took us a while to find reception, but we found it in the end. This is us getting shown to our tent. Here we go. Welcome to my crib. It says pretty basic, 2 single beds, and the ground felt a bit bumpy, so I had a little inspection, and yep, that is sand underneath. There was electricity and pretty decent Wi-Fi, and we had 2 padlocks to lock our tent. So this is us checking out the facilities. This is the toilet. Unfortunately, this area didn't have any toilet paper, so we had to go searching for that. I would maybe advise letting the water run for a bit before you brush your teeth. Oh, and here's Nesta saying goodnight. Night, Nesta. Now, we woke up the next morning, and the first thing that hit us was the heat. It was pretty hot in there.
That's 29
Did have
degrees,
a fan, though,
like
but at
over
this
80
point, it just felt like it was pushing hot air around.
Fahrenheit.
We got a breakfast box in the morning with a small bottle of water and an instant coffee, but there was nowhere to fill up with hot water. Off for a shower in the morning.
Just snort
but
it.
Unfortunately, I forgot to pack a towel, and there was none at reception. We had a bit more of a walk around, and it still felt slightly unfinished, considering there was 2 days before the World Cup. The staff assured us it would all be open in time.
Well, there you go. Thank you for that tour, Emily Brooks, 723. Now, I mean, here's some more images of this that a reporter, I believe, of the BBC also put up of these fan villages. I was convinced they'd have to have air conditioning. They'd have to, right? Just in terms of not getting sued, but there must be some ironclad legalese there. We spent the night in the fan village near Lusail Stadium. Guests slowly checking in to find they couldn't buy drinking water, blah, blah, blah. It's 30 degrees. So again, that's like 85, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Near a shop, an hour walk. No one knows where the wristbands are. We're told the festival is meant to kick off at 6:30 p.m. I mean, like the whole wristband situation is very Fyre festival where you have to load up your wristband to pay for money, so they get cash up to pay. Oh wait, this is Fyre Festival. Damn it!
This is it?
I think this is actually Fyre Festival. Oh, I got fooled. Another fake Twitter account.
Wait,
I think that's actually it.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, no, they're showing Johnny Infantini's face there.
Okay, so am I?
I think you're no that's
No, this is okay.
that's
this is,
the FIFA president
holy
right there.
shit. Okay, so I just got completely fooled.
You incepted yourself.
I know, right? Twitter has me all in my feels here. I'm nervous that I'm getting stuff wrong all the time. I mean, okay, so there we go. Yeah, this is not Fyre Festival, but it is also on gravel with the ocean right near. Yeah, and so no, like the water does not necessarily seem to be clean. People have to load up wristbands to buy water, and that system doesn't appear to be working that well. You also have a situation where the ticket app apparently crashed ahead of the England game, so people who thought that they were able to get in on their phones were not able to do so. And on top of that, beer not being served at the stadium last minute, because despite the fact that FIFA had this multi-million-dollar deal in place with Budweiser, Qatar said no, we're just not letting that happen. So
I'm sure Budweiser is thrilled to know that all of their money that is going to sponsoring this global event will also include 0 concession sales now.
yeah, I mean, well, apparently they're going to still sell it outside of the games and stuff, but still, I mean, it just, can you imagine England fans? What are they going to do without beer?
There were some, I think, fans from Ecuador, I'm pretty sure was the country, who were like, you know, chanting basically like queremos cerveza, like we want beer. As they should. It's a sporting event.
As they should.
It's
I mean, I get mad
insane to
enough.
me.
I get mad enough coming in on the train to MetLife that they stop serving beer after halftime because they don't want people drunk driving. But it's like, dude, I came in on the train.
Yeah,
I came in on the train. I'm allowed, please.
Can't I show my Metro card or like my NJ Transit ticket to provide me with an extra beer?
Let alone no beer when you pay all of this money to travel to Qatar and then you have to stay in a air-conditionless
essentially
tent.
a bona fide shipping container.
Yeah, or a shipping container if you're
can.
lucky. And in the hot weather. And the reason that they have to do this is because there was a corrupt deal that got Qatar to host the World Cup in the first place. They used migrant workers in horrible conditions to build these facilities, and they died. And FIFA has to kind of cover their ass at this point.